Just Being Me podcast. Your girls, Margot and Mary. Nothing can dim the light which shines from within. Each of us bring the world unique talents, gifts, and abilities. Even if you don't know what it is or value what you do, someone somewhere will benefit from your presence. No one can do what you do exactly the way you do it. It is this uniqueness that makes you valuable to the world. We are each as unique and valuable as the other. It was designed that way, a gift from God. Gifts are not given on the basis of race or gender. As a matter of truth, gifts come in many shapes, sizes, and colors. When you do what you do exactly the way you do it, you are sharing God's gift bestowed for the good of the world. I have something valuable to give the world. Yes. Yay. We sure do have something valuable to give to the world, like our podcast, y'all. Hello. Hey, y'all. This is what we are giving to the world, our talented minds and voices and our experiences and all that good stuff. So welcome to the Just Being Me podcast, episode 82. I had to look. It's 82. 82, episode 82, y'all. We are here. And Miss Mary is in the building. Well, not in the building. She's on the Zoom. Hey, Miss Mary.
Hello. I'm here on Zoom.
Yep, she's here on the Zoomer.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm glad this is the end of the week. Long week.
Oh, yes. Oh, my goodness. Oh, I'm so ready for this to end. I'm telling you the truth.
Okay.
This is crazy.
I'm ready for the weekend.
Super Bowl weekend.
Oh, it is Super Bowl weekend. Yes, it is. That's right. Thank you guys for tuning in last week. Continue to spread the word to your friends and family about our podcast. And again, you can find us wherever you're listening to us right now, or Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Castbox, Spreaker, iHeartRadio, Deezer, Podcast Addict, and Amazon under Podcast. Ooh, okay. That was a mouthful. All right.
But you do it so well.
Oh, thank you. Like, I should have known it by heart. All right, y'all. Jump into it. What you do this weekend? Yes. What you do this weekend, Miss Mary?
What did I do? Let's see. I did some cooking. I made this delicious Italian dish that I've been thinking about making for a while. I did that. I also did some baking as well. And then on Sunday, against my better judgment, usually I use that day as relaxing, but I got out of here and ran some errands with a friend of mine, and that took up most of my Sunday.
I know how that is.
So it was a pretty busy weekend for me because I did not have an opportunity to rest and take that time out for myself. So that was basically my weekend. You know, I did a Target run, did cleaning, did some cooking, some baking, and laundry, those type of things. And that was my whole Saturday. And Sunday, I was just a ride along.
Okay. Just here and there and everywhere.
And that can be tiring too.
Yeah.
It was like, I was beat.
Yeah. Especially when you're used to having your Sunday to yourself to take care of, things you need to take care of and for yourself and just relax.
Just relax.
Yeah.
Just relax. So that was my weekend. How was yours?
Oh my God, my weekend was so super busy. We did our pop-up of Pastrami on the Run this weekend. It was our grand opening. And we did deliveries and pickups from people that, we are friends and family and folks and friends of a friend and whatever. But it was a really, really busy weekend. It was a very productive weekend. We got a lot of orders out. We had a lot of orders. Oh my gosh. So we are thankful for all of the support that we received. And I'm actually going to talk about this in my rant and rave, because that's going to be my rave. I'm not going to even rant today. I'm going to rave. I'm going to rave about Pastrami on the Run. A little bit on my segment. So yeah, that was my whole weekend. I have a issue with my right leg where it's like my nerves are coming. I don't know. It's just like shooting pain in my thigh. And so right. Saturday and Sunday, we just moved. Y'all know that. Mm-hmm. And so I think it's inflamed from the move, but just standing up, oh my God, it just was the worst. But I got some medication for it and it's been kicking in. So I'm like, okay, if I'm going to be doing this standing up thing, this leg got to act right, because I'm going to need a little wheelie or wheelchair or something. Me wheeling around the kitchen. This ain't going to work. Exactly. This ain't going to work. But everything was all worth it. The pain in my leg, cooking, doing what we do, and yeah, that was my whole weekend. Didn't get any rest, but it was what it was, and we had a good time. So yeah, that's it. That's all I did this weekend. All I did.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was so you did that both on Saturday and Sunday, right?
Saturday and Sunday. Yep.
That was a full weekend.
Wow. Started off Friday. We did prep for the weekend. My sister and my niece came by and helped with that. Thank God. Thank you guys. And then we took it off. We took off on the weekend and did what we did. So yeah, it was enjoyable.
Good. And it was everything that you hoped it would be, huh?
Yeah, and so. Good. I actually did not expect to have as many orders as we had last week, and that was the shocker. It was like, okay. Wow, you people really, really supported us, and like I said, on my social media, it's not even the support as, I purchased something, it was the support of people just saying, congratulations, I'm so proud of you guys, I'm happy to see that you're doing what you're doing. Like, all of that just overwhelmed both of us this weekend, where we was like, wow, cool. So that's why that's my rave this week. I'm a rave about Pastrami on the Run. Because it made us feel really good. Really, really good.
And that's what's important.
Yes.
If you're doing something that you enjoy doing and you're feeling good about it, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Uh-huh. For sure. For sure. For sure. For shazy. Oh man. Okay, so let's see. Look, I can't find my screen. It's behind something. Oh, there it is. I gotta have my music, my sound bites. Okay. So let's talk about it, y'all. Let's talk about it. So out here in Pasadena, California, this dude, he decided he wanted some Roscoes chicken and waffles, very famous out here in California. And he got there and he didn't have a mask. So they told him they wasn't going to be able to serve him. They've had added masks to that. Remember, no shoes, no shirt, no this, no service. Mask is now added to no service. No service. If you don't have a mask on, no service. So he got pissed off, went into his car, got a gun, came back in, still maskless, okay?
No.
He could have wrapped something around his face, because now you can wear a mask. You can wear a mask in the bank. You can wear a mask anywhere. So when you're going to go somewhere...
He could use his shirt.
Yeah, okay, come on. He walks in, and he goes to the kitchen, and he tells the cook, put all the chicken in the bag. So he put all the chicken in the bag. He waving the gun or whatever. He didn't take no money. He took chicken only. And the lady said, the owner, she said, and when he walked out, he grabbed a couple of syrups. And that was it. He really wanted that chicken. Like, that dude.
He wanted that chicken. He was hungry. He didn't have a mask.
Yes.
He should have used his shirt. I mean, everybody knows now, at this time, that you have to have a mask going in anywhere.
Anywhere you go, you got to have a mask on. I don't care if you don't believe in a mask.
You didn't have an old mask in the car. You didn't have anything in that car besides that gun.
Right. Exactly. If you have a gun, you're supposed to always have a mask because you don't know what situation you might be in. You might have a bandana. You got a gun. The next thing you grab is a mask, a bandana or something.
And you know what? You know what, Mr. Silly Willie? You didn't even have a mask, and you know they probably got some good pictures.
They really do.
The camera.
They really do. They showed him on the news walking in, getting the chick. The surveillance camera watched the whole thing go off. No mask. So I hope you enjoyed your chicken. They don't have Roscoes and chicken and waffles in the jailhouse. So you.
I mean, so I wonder what was the value of the chicken? I mean, how much chicken did they say he got?
Right. No, they didn't say. They just said they filled the bag up. He said, fill the bag. As the man was cooking the chicken, fill it up. Fill that bag up with chicken.
I have never heard such a thing.
Oh, man. So,
he was really hungry.
He was hungry. He was like, I don't have no mask. I've been thinking about Roscoe's chicken and waffles all day long. And you gonna tell me I can't order? Oh, I'll show you.
Wow.
Oh, God. I'm glad that he didn't hurt nobody. He got his chicken.
I'm glad that he didn't hurt anybody.
Yeah.
I am so thankful that he did not hurt anybody over some chicken.
Chicken. Girl, you better go in a drive-thru at KFC and get you some chicken because you ain't got no mask on. It ain't that serious.
Yeah, that's right.
It's not that serious, dude. So you would definitely be visiting someone's jail if you ain't already in there.
Did you get your nails done?
I did not. I need to call the nail shop. They supposed to be open.
Notice that pink color on your hands.
Yes.
That's pretty.
Thank you. Y'all, these nails are so bad because I need to go to the nail shop. And our secret nail shop was open like incognito. Like backdoor status. Backdoor status. You have to say the password like chimmy chimmy choo choo.
Curtains pulled.
Okay. Then the door will open when you said the password. So I haven't called them. I need to call them and see if because now the governor or whoever said that they could open, so they should be open now.
Kind of lift it up. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they should be open. They should be open now.
Yeah. So I need to get them done. I'm gonna go get them done. What happened with this officer that got arrested, Mary?
Well, back in December in Columbus, Ohio, there was this officer. He was called to the scene of this house for something. I don't remember what he was called for. Mm-hmm. And he came to the house, and there was a gentleman there that was coming out of the garage. His name was Andre Hill. And he had a cell phone in his hand. He had came to the house to drop something off, or it was his garage or something. Mm-hmm. I believe it was the man and the wife, and they were divorced or separated or something. He came to bring something over to the house. And he was coming out of the garage, and the police officer shot him a few times.
Wow.
Killed him right there on the front lawn as he was, exiting the garage, with his hands up, with a cell phone in his hand. I remember the footage that was on the news. Anyway, today that officer was charged with murder.
Oh, wow.
And he was also fired from,
okay.
His job. He was fired from his job. And it's so funny. I just hate to really get excited about this because, they say he was charged. Okay, so we still have to go through all of that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So we don't know if the man is going to actually go to jail, what they're going to do.
Right.
So, but they did say today that he was charged with murder and he did lose his job.
Okay, well, that's the start.
They said that they got him on not having his camera on and not calling for backup and letting them know. I guess they have some kind of protocol that they have to call in. He did not call in before he fired that shot or asked for backup or anything. And he did not have his camera on. So there was other two things. And they listed those as some type of felonies.
Oh, wow. Okay. Okay, well, you got to follow the rules, don't care who you are. You're supposed to have your camera on, you're supposed to call for backup, if you in some kind of situation, then you need to do that. If not, then, consequences. Right. Consequences. Yeah.
Right.
So.
Exactly.
Okay. Well,
did you watch Wendy?
I did watch Wendy.
That's your girl.
Yes, I love Wendy Williams sold up the Saturday. I recorded it because I was busy Saturday, but I did record it and I did watch it, and I love the movie. I finally watched the other one, the documentary where she was talking and everything. I watched that one. I love the movie. I think that was a really great biopic. I don't know. I like that. I knew Wendy was a hustler, just by knowing her from radio, even though we didn't get her out here on radio. She did come out here for a minute. She probably wasn't out here, but it was syndicated maybe. Maybe it came over our airways from New York. She wasn't here.
Right, exactly.
But I do remember her for a very brief time. She was on the radio out here in Los Angeles, and I followed her there. That's how I really learned who Wendy Williams was. And then she had a VH1 show, and then I knew her there, and then she ended up having her talk show, and I was like, okay, cool. But her hustle, I really admire her hustle of who she is, as a person. From when she was a child, she was very determined to get out of her parents' house and get on her own, because them parents, poor baby, she was a chubby girl, and they would not let her live that down. I could not live in a household like that either. I would have wanted to run away too, because that's crazy.
That treatment that she got because of her weight was not a good look for her parents. I can't believe they treated her that way. They didn't even think about how they made her feel.
Yeah.
Could you imagine? I couldn't even imagine.
No, not at all. And
that was horrible.
That was not good. It really was. And she talked about she talked about it in her on her show about how her mom and dad did her. But when I seen it on TV, actually I was like, whoa, for real? Okay. That's not cool.
It was pretty sad.
Yeah. But that, and then about the rape, she got raped by some one-hit wonder dude.
Some R&B artist.
Yeah, I didn't know that. And that was, man, you do get caught, not you do, everybody get caught up in those situations, but I know those situations happen. You just don't know what to do. Okay, if I scream, is he just gonna pop me, or do I just take it and then cry about it later? It's just a moment that you don't know what to do, but it happened, and that was sad.
Yeah, I just really wish instead of when she went to the hotel and then he said to her, come on up, I'm getting dressed. She should have just said, just meet me at the bar when you're done.
Yeah.
I'm just down here at the bar. And I would have went to the bar and had a drink and waited for him.
Yeah. Yeah. But you thinking, oh, you, whoever celebrity you are, he ain't gonna do nothing to me. He's still human. And you don't know him. You just know him.
And you know what? And Wendy, here's the thing. I think she was crushing on him a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Because the thing was is that she was in that life.
Mm-hmm.
And she knew how guys were. She heard about him. She talked about him all the time, what guys did and how they were wrong doing stuff.
Right.
She talked about people on the air.
Mm-hmm.
She knew what could have happened.
Right.
She shouldn't have put up there.
Right.
I mean, I'm just saying, that was no reason to get raped.
Right.
But I'm just saying that, and I just felt like she shouldn't have went up there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because, he could fight that and say, well, she came up to my room.
Right.
She called and she ended up coming up, and some things happened. You know what I mean? Like that. But she had, just got into the hotel and gave him a call and then went to the bar and waited for him, because she talked about everybody. I mean, she knew how guys were and stuff. She knew what that kind of scene was. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, she did not deserve that.
Right.
At all.
No.
She did not deserve, and I felt really bad for her.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
because she was just trying to, like you said, make a name for herself and really be out there. It was kind of sad.
Yeah.
And I thought the women treated her pretty bad too.
Oh, the women treated her horrible in those radio stations or wherever she was, radio station she was working at. And I just, the way that the actress portrayed her, I just know that that's probably how Wendy really acted. Like, okay, whatever, and kept just going. It just that seems like that's her personality, and that's what she probably really did. Was like, okay, she didn't phase it because she had a vision in mind of what she wanted to accomplish, and she wasn't. She wasn't allowing nobody to until she met that dude Kevin. That's the one that took her train off the track. she just let everything go, just like boop, all the focus, all the vision, everything. I mean, she still had it, but it was blurred because she allowed him to now take over and this is what I want to do, and he supposedly
he portrayed himself as her protector.
Yeah. So that dude,
I think that's how he won her over.
Mm-hmm.
That whole was it Escape?
Total.
Yeah. Total came.
I told like, Wendy, get your ass out here, Wendy.
I think that at that point she was like, "Oh my God, my knight is shining,
my hero." Yeah. So that just made her heart just even more clench. Like, oh yeah, that's the one. He protected me. And he was doing a whole lot of the dirt behind her back, in front of her face too. And man.
When you look at that, it was like, I mean, it was hard to watch. Mm-hmm. It was very hard to watch because that poor woman, she was, she was good at what she was doing before she even met him.
Yeah.
And we saw that.
Yes.
But then he came in and he ruined relationships. Mm-hmm. He talked to her crazy. Mm-hmm. There was infidelity. I mean, there are things that she knew about and everything. Mm-hmm. And, he was, instead of like helping build her up, I mean, to me, he was ripping her apart.
Yeah.
I mean, like shred by shred, because, I mean, even the relationships, and the way he treated people, the way he talked to people.
Right.
You can't get far being that way.
No, not at all.
You know what I mean? And everybody loved her. Mm-hmm. I mean, the people that worked for her and everything. Right. But they said it was really hard when he got there. And I just felt really bad for her because she built that, and he was just like, just chipping away at it, just chipping it away.
Yeah.
Instead of being there for her and help build on it.
Right. Yeah. And
he was just a wolf in sheep clothing.
Yeah. He was just using, he was taking and using. And when he put her in that, in the rehab place, I was like, oh, he really just wanted to stash her away while he ain't no telling really because she wasn't there. She don't know what that man was doing while she was in there. So she could only focus on her being in there, wanting to get out, this, that, whatever. But what was he really doing when he was out there. Yeah. He was having a good old time.
I mean, he was doing everything that he was doing before.
Yeah.
I mean, when she was out, it didn't matter. The thing was, he knew she wasn't going anywhere.
Yeah. And he had the people watching her.
I mean, Margot, this man was in plain sight, going to the gym, going to the grocery store. He's carrying bags.
Yeah.
I mean, and they just walking around like, whatever. And they live, 7 miles from each other?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
I mean, he wasn't hiding anything. And he didn't care if Wendy knew or not.
No, not at all. She said he was
a
serial cheater. But this last one right here, how long did they have a relationship? The Sabrina girl, the one he had a baby with?
I think it was 12 years.
Wow. And him and Mary. Him and Wendy been married for 20-something years. So half their relationship, their marriage, almost half of their marriage, they've been together. Right. That's crazy.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
But not only that, you put her in a home.
Yeah.
And Wendy walks in the garage and see her car. Wendy was a smart girl. She hired that private detective. And honey, listen. She got all the pictures. She saw the Bentley. She was like, that's my car. All of that stuff. Mm-hmm. And it was so funny when she threw those pictures at him.
Yeah.
And she said to him, all the time, you telling me we can't afford this, but you're using my money for this, for her.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That day, oh,
it was over.
His stuff would have been sent to that
right.
house, and my locks would have been changed.
Yep.
That day. That was crazy, but she continued to take it, and all he had to do was hug her, and she was just like...
She melted again. Yep, she melted. Oh, my heart. Okay. Don't do it again, no. Don't do it again. And I know women that's like that. Like, they just cannot... they'll say whatever, and they was like, oh, okay, don't do it again. And then he giving a hug, and you melt like sugar. And then, you still with that person until that day comes for you. Like, nobody can tell you when that day is. You have to feel it for yourself. No matter whatever your friends or family is saying, you need to get away from him. And, I don't like him, and he's bad for you. Like, when you feel how everybody see how he's treating you, when you get that feeling, then you'll get out. You will definitely get out of the situation.
But I think for me, women that take on that and do all of that, I don't think they love themselves.
No, they don't. They have low self-esteem.
I don't think they feel that they're worth something better.
Right, or they can't find anybody else, but they can.
And you don't have to find anybody else. Find yourself first, so you don't pick another loser.
Yeah. You have to. And once they do break away finally, and it could take years, then they be like, dang, I should have did this before. Like, I feel like they just have to take that. They have to, like you said, you need to find yourself, know who you are, and then take that leap and go. This is only one man in the world, right?
Because I just feel like if women really love themselves, I mean, they really loved and cared about themselves.
Yeah.
They wouldn't take that mess.
Right.
They wouldn't have to, because you would love yourself too much for that.
Yeah.
And know that you deserve better.
Yeah.
But when you stay in that nasty, stinky mud and you just keep sinking, I think that chips away at your confidence and your self-esteem. Mm-hmm. And what happens is you feel like you can't do better. You feel like you can't get out. Or, you make up every excuse. In the book,
right?
Until, like you said, whatever that last thing is, and it happens, and then all of a sudden, you put your cape on and you're ready to do some things.
Right.
But after that, you're still a mess.
Yeah. Because
you still don't have that self-esteem that he ripped from you.
Right.
Or the confidence in yourself, you got to build that love back up and realize that you are somebody.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And you can go out and do exactly everything, and you always have. But that takes a while. That's why to me, in that doc that we saw, it made me feel like that's why she kept crying. She was so emotional because she was mad at herself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he had took so much from her, and she didn't understand how that happened.
Right. Until she got out of it.
God. Yeah. Oh my God. You know, she kept saying, I had all this before I met him. Yeah, you did. But you put up with too much too long.
Yeah. Yeah. And she was on the air today. So she wasn't on the air Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday because it was snowing in New York. Okay. So, you know, I watched Wendy Williams, as I said. And I was waiting on Monday to see how she was going to react to the show. And I was like, is this a repeat? Like, what? Where is she? Tuesday. Where's she at? Wednesday. Thursday. Today. She's like, oh, I'm so sorry that you guys, you know, it was snowing.
Oh, no, I saw her Wednesday.
You saw her? She was on. They were on. But she came back.
She was on Wednesday. She talked about the show. She had people call in. She had people call in and she answered questions.
Oh, okay. Was that Wednesday? That was Wednesday. I recorded it. That was Wednesday. Yes. That's the one that's the one I watched. Yeah, that was Wednesday. I'm sorry.
She talked about the movie, and then people were calling in asking questions about you know, the movie and about her life and stuff, and she was answering questions.
Yes. And
she didn't have any guests on.
Yeah, okay. She said that she recorded that documentary with the one that she was crying so much in 2019. So she said that was right after all of that had happened. Like all of the, you know, the breakup, the pregnancy, all that stuff. She said, so that's why I was just crying and crying and crying because, like you just said, she got out of that bubble and she looked inside that bubble. It's like, wow, I allowed all of this to control my life, like for years. She said, if I talk about it now, though, I'm fine. Like she said, at the end of the documentary, it was done late last year, like the way they finished it up. So she was more like able to talk about it. She said, but that beginning part, she said, I was done. Like I was, I can't believe it. And I said, yeah, she looked like she was done.
She also said on Wednesday, people were calling in asking questions, and they asked her about that scene at the garage.
She said Kevin loves Wendy forever.
Ever. Okay. And she said that she knew they were on vacation.
Oh.
She had heard that they were on vacation. So she went by the house and she said this so happened they left that garage open.
She's like, you left the garage up?
She said they lived in that type of neighborhood where they could do that. And so she said she went in there. But you know what she did too? They couldn't show us. But she had that she went to a graphics department at her job, at her studio, and she went through and found that can of paint, and she said she wanted something that was so windy. So she said she wanted something real pink, magenta, something. She got that from the graphic designer's office at her studio. And she said, and then she went to the fish market, and she said she got this big old fish that had eyes and a tail and everything. And so she said she put that in the car. She put that inside the car. And what else did she say she did? She left the car running or something. She did that.
Oh, wow.
And she said that when she was looking, you know, in the movie, when she was looking, said, oh, they have a pool? Oh, they have this. She said they did not have a pool.
Oh, okay.
She said that was exaggerated. They did not have a pool. She said, but they did have a dog. She said they did have a little dog and stuff like that. And so then she said that she put the fish in the car. And she did some other things. She was dropping some other stuff all in the car too. Just trashing the inside of the car.
Oh, wow.
And so I think she said she left it on, if I'm not mistaken.
And
then she said that she left the garage down. And she said that's when she spray painted that on there. But she had to tell the guy, just in case they had cameras out, you know, to kind of like, you know, put on a different hat or whatever. Borrow a car from your friend. Don't drive yours. I gotta get my thing. She told him to drive a different car, you know, get a hat so he can't see you if they have cameras out here and stuff like that. But he had to drive her to the place.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And so he drove her to the place and everything. And so, she did him like that and stuff. And so then he tells her that, you know, she could have went to jail and that the police are over there and everything. Is like, what does she care?
Right. Like, I don't care to call the police.
Call the police.
I did what I did.
But, Yeah, but then too, it was like she was like that the house. She said, "I did my homework."
Mm-hmm.
She said that house was in another company's name. It wasn't her company. It was some other company that he was tied to.
Oh.
She said, "I made sure of that."
Oh, okay.
She said, "But them cars
was in her name. Well, her money
in their name.
In their name.
Yes, and she said she had to be really careful because if the police had been called or whatever, she said she could have said, "This is my husband's name is on this house. This is my house too." You know, she said she could have said something like that.
Right.
She said, but she had to get out of there because it was in another company's name that I guess he had an affiliation with.
Right.
So she said she had to be very, very careful.
Wow.
I thought that was really interesting.
Yeah.
But you know what else I found out too is that he is now living in Florida.
Oh. Okay.
And him and the baby mama, they have a little girl, and they're living. She moved to Florida too with the baby, but they do not live under the same roof. But once again, she lives a few miles away from him.
Oh, so they still don't live together. Okay.
They're in the same city, and also that he's opening up I guess some kind of hair salon business out there, and I understand that she's a beautician and she's trying to get her business off the ground as well. So I guess that was the reason for the hair salon there. And that now I read today that he is opening up an Italian restaurant in Brooklyn.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So he's taking that little Wendy money and doing some things with it, which is very smart.
Yeah.
Very, very, very smart.
Wow.
So I hope it works out. You know what I mean? I hope he is successful in his businesses, and I hope she's able to do something with the salon or whatever, because
that money gonna
that type
run
of
out.
money that he had access to is no longer there for them.
Right. That money gonna run out, so you better figure something out so you can have some kind of income coming in, because you don't have that Wendy money no more. It's not happening. She would pay you off, and now you do what you do. Ugh. Okay.
And you know what she said she did too? She said that she put some Gorilla Glue on the mailbox and she glued it shut.
Oh my God. I believe it. I believe all of that, because when
she said she glued that book shut.
Right. When you've been finally or released, you can do some crazy things, and hey, do it. I don't blame her. But that movie was really good. Congratulations to her. And, it wasn't, of course you can't say everything or whatever that you think that, but I didn't really, for me, I really didn't, think like, oh, well, she said this and that, and she didn't say nothing about that. Now, of course, there's some stuff that probably happened that she can't talk about. That's understandable, but I don't know. Overall, I just think that was a really good job. That she did a really good job.
Yeah, and they only had 2 hours.
Right, you only have 2 hours, so
you only have 2 hours.
It was good. I'm gonna watch it again. I kept it just in case I missed something. So LeBron was at the game last week, and they have a lady that they're calling Courtside Karen that went off on him. What actually happened was LeBron and her husband had some exchange of words, and the lady, her name is Juliana Carlos, because the husband name is Chris and Juliana Carlos. So Chris and LeBron had some little words back and forth, and so Courtside Karen felt like she needed to jump in and to save her husband. She needed to defend it. She needed to defend him. So
come on.
She had said, it says that Juliana Carlos said that she was shouting at James to defend her husband, whom she described as a Hawks fan who has been watching the game for 10 years and has issues with LeBron. Like, bitch, you don't even know LeBron. How you have issues? But okay, you at the game, and you know who you like, you don't like. She went on to say that she was minding her own business when James and Chris Carlos shouted at each other, leading to exchange between James and Juliana. So then it said, this is her saying, all of a sudden I'm getting kicked out. Excuse me, I have courtside seats and I pay for it. Fuck you, LeBron. You're going to let a 25-year-old girl intimidate you during a game? Girl, first of all,
this is my place of business.
Okay. I'm at work.
Are you kidding me right now?
I'm at work. What are you talking about? Like, what, huh? F me. Are you serious? Like, I wasn't even talking to you. And me and your husband are done with our exchange of words, and here you come talking shit to me. Like, what? Karen.
And why did you feel a need to protect your husband? He's the man. Sit down.
He was handling it. He handled it, and it was done. He was a quick back and forth, and they did what they had to do. So, Juliana Carlos got dragged, of course, because you talking about F. LeBron and this and that. So, I know they didn't hit your Twitter and everywhere else. Like, girl, sit down somewhere. What are you talking about? But when she...
You know they coming.
Okay? You know they are. She took her mask off to say all of this. Like, put your mask back on, because they started letting some people back into the stadium. So it's a selected few.
Was she drunk? Has she been drinking?
They said they didn't say it, but they said that they think that they had a couple of drinks.
Okay.
So probably so.
So they were feeling pretty good and had a little courage juice.
Yeah, and so they're talking crap. So she now apologized. She apologized for the outburst.
Sure she is.
On Tuesday. Yes. She says, this is her talking. To say things escalated quickly on Monday's game is an understatement, and I want to apologize for losing my cool and removing my mask in the heat of the moment. My husband is a huge sports fan, and we're passionate people, and let's be real, sports wouldn't be sports without a little trash talking. What should have been a quick back and forth between two adults got out of hand, and my natural instincts to stand up for my man that I love kicked in. Did I get defensive when it happened? Yes. Did I use offensive language when I could have taken the higher road? Yes. And for these things, I take full responsibility. Shut the fuck up. Girl, why are we, what? Stop it. And LeBron tweeted, courtside Karen is mad. And he put some laughing faces on there.
He said what?
He said courtside Karen was mad. She was mad. I mean,
and I bet you her husband said, you need to apologize, and you need to apologize quick.
Yeah.
Because they're not going to sell us any more courtside tickets.
Nope.
And they probably won't even let us back in the arena.
Okay, and I love the game.
Apologize. And I love basketball.
Right. I'm not taking you with me. You go sit over there somewhere. Don't sit by me, because I enjoy having my little back and forth with James, and then I'm good to go. And we was fine. And you got to jump in and start get the yipping and the yapping like a little chihuahua. And now look, we can't even go to the game no more. They just start letting people in. And here we go. We can't even get in.
Look, and you just screw that off.
Right. Get on there and apologize. So.
And make it sweet.
Okay. So she apologized. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I lost my cool. Okay? Get over it, people. So that's,
well, these people are something else.
They're dumb. They're so dumb. I can't. Let's see. Oh, okay, so Miss Mary has a soapbox, and she's going to talk about Margie. Is it Margie Taylor Green?
Yes. Today, she was voted to be removed from committee assignments in the House. Now, to talk a little bit about Margie, Margie posted some videos back in 2018 and 2019 where she appeared with, let's say, what is those things called? An AR-15.
Oh,
and
like a rifle?
She was standing next to images of some Democratic lawmakers. Okay? They still got the photo. So she can't deny it.
She gangster. Okay, gangster.
And she also she endorsed violence against Democrats, including the House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, and suggested that the Sandy Hook and the Parkland shootings were staged. They weren't real. Now, that was pretty sad for the simple fact that, some kids died.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, how insensitive can you be with those parents who lost their children in those shootings,
Yeah.
I thought that was awful. But since she has come to, the floor, those videos and the posts have been removed. But, nothing has been removed. Let's face it. Once it's there, look, and something happened and you become famous or you become very political, we're going to reach back and get all of that. We're going to get all of that. Okay? And she was very vocal, too, on the Trump thing regarding claims of election fraud. She's a really hothead. She has a reputation of being this hothead, okay? But today, she apologized.
Oh, wow.
Here
we go.
Okay, first of all, I want to say that they voted today. There were some Democrats, I'm going to say some Republicans that did not want to vote against her. But Nancy Pelosi said, it's going to happen. And it's going to happen today. She was the same. So Nancy, I had to take my hat off to her sometimes. I mean, she can move when she want to move.
Right.
She can make some things happen.
Yeah.
I just wish that sometimes she had the backbone sooner than later, But they have to do things their way, so I understand that. Anyway, the final vote was 230 to 119. And there was 11 Republicans that voted in support of the resolution. Okay? So she was in the House. They had the votes to remove her from the committee assignments. So she can't speak on any of the assignments or anything, and she won't even know about them. They just...
Oh, wow.
Because... And you know what I want to say about that is people need to understand. You need to be careful what you do because you never know where you're going to end up.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? You never know where you're going to end up. Just like all those people that went into that Capitol. And I mean, were like in there, knocking out windows, trashing offices.
Right.
I mean, excuse me, out there, throwing fire extinguishers at police. I mean, doing all this kind of stuff. Okay. The very next week, you have FBI agents knocking on your door.
Right.
We also seen where people were turning in their relatives. Hey, that's cousin so-and-so.
Right.
You know what I mean? They were calling on those people. You know what I mean? Because they have like all this hate in them. I don't understand these groups. It's just like really crazy sometimes.
Right.
But you can't now come back and say we were misled.
Right.
You can't come back and say I didn't mean any harm. You can't come back and say I'm sorry, Marjorie Taylor Green. You know what I mean? Because once those things are out there, you can't take them back. You can't take
them back. They're in the atmosphere.
They're already there.
Yep.
Once it leaves your mouth, you cannot bring that sucker back. And pictures, you were posting stuff. There's video of you.
Right.
There's everything. What possessed you to do something like that? How far did you think all this stuff was going to take you and your political career?
Right.
And look what happened to you. Look what happened to you. And look what's going to happen to all those other people.
Right.
Because people are going to get fired from their jobs. People are going to disassociate themselves from them.
Right.
And everything because of them storming that Capitol the way they did.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I just want to say to people, be careful what you say. Be careful what you do. And be careful what you put on social media and what you post on social media because you never know where you may end up one day.
Yeah. It will come back and haunt you.
And you may have some explaining to do.
Yeah.
And everybody is not going to accept your sorry-ass apology.
Yeah. I'm sorry. No.
They're not going to do that. But on a lighter note, I just want to say, too, that there are two people that I've heard that had been nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize.
Ooh.
And that was Stacey Abrams.
Yay, all right, here, let me give it
And also Black Lives Matter movement. They have been nominated as well. Isn't that great news?
Yes. Happy, never mind. Yes, congratulations.
Well, yes.
Congratulations.
So they've been nominated, so we'll see what happens and see who gets it. But I thought that was nice.
Yes,
right?
yes, for sure. For sure. So that little, whatever that coach that was talking crap about Stacey Abrams, calling her Fat Albert and whatever else. Looky, look who got the cookie, not you.
Yeah. Sometimes, and I don't know why this happens, but, just lately I've been feeling like, and I've been seeing, with all this stuff going on, even with the Black Lives Matters, and even with, the marches and stuff like that, and it really saddens me, even in the churches and stuff like that. It's always the Black woman. Mm-hmm. It's us always at the forefront. It's us always holding people up. It's us always, doing these marches and setting these things up. Yeah. You know what I mean? And organizing these things. Mm-hmm. And pulling everything together, trying to hold everything together. We're the ones that fill the church houses. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's always the Black woman. I really wish I could see more of our men out there doing something. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Because it's like we're protecting the Black family.
Right. Yeah.
We need them to do that. Mm-hmm. We need them to do that.
Right.
I mean, we had a lot of men. I looked at some pictures. There were a lot of men in the 50s and the 60s and the 70s, early 70s. They were out there.
Right.
They were out there, Margot. Mm-hmm. You've seen them all. You know what I mean? The Black Panthers. I mean, you've seen the Freedom Marches. You've seen all of them. There were men out there.
Right.
You don't see men like that anymore.
Right. No.
Fighting for a cause.
Right.
And out there really doing something, trying to make something better, mm-hmm. For his people, for his family, mm-hmm. For his community. It's always the women that pull together and try to, make a difference.
Right.
And it's really sad. Mm-hmm. And I really hope that changes in the near future.
Yeah. I hope so too. Yeah, I hope so too.
I really do, because I think what's going to happen is, I think everybody sees what's going on with these Black women and what Black women are capable of doing. So now we're going to need our men to stand up and protect us. Yep. Because they're not happy. Mm-mm. They're not happy that we're doing it. And I think that, in the next 3 years, maybe 4 years, 5 years or whatever, they're going to find out ways to stop us. Mm-hmm. But we have to be smart. We have to be vigilant. And we have to remember why we're doing it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And hopefully, we can reach some brothers, to help us.
Right.
It's really sad that we don't have them, standing behind us, doing this. Yeah. And it's so funny because in our culture, it's the women doing everything. Mm-hmm. But in the other culture that I look at, it's their men doing everything and the women are not doing anything. Yeah. Nothing. You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So it's kind of like different. The dynamics are set up differently in the cultures. But I just really hope that one day, and I just hope that we can, maybe teach and bring up these young men today to be who those men were in the 60s and the 50s. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I hope that cycle comes back around.
Right, yeah. Because it usually does. We recycle stuff, so hopefully it's our time for that to come back.
I'm hoping so. I'm hoping so.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's all I had to say on that.
That's cool. And I just looked up Marjorie Taylor Green, and her tweet, a tweet of hers just came up 2 hours ago. She tweeted, "Thank you to the real Republicans who stood with me today. Every single one of you will be remembered." And then underneath it, they have a picture of Samuel L. Jackson saying, TikTok, motherfucker. And then they have Gordon Ramsay underneath that says, "Oh, fuck off." Y'all are so funny. I can't. People are so funny. I can't.
And you know what? Her apology was like, it wasn't even meaningful. It held nothing for me. I mean, nothing.
Well, she didn't mean it.
Like,
she didn't
lady,
mean
please.
it. Yeah, she didn't mean it.
And I think everybody felt that.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody felt that. It's like, okay, you're right. You're right. You're right. You know? It's like, go on with that. You don't have to do that. That's not necessary. No. If you're going to stand by something, stand in it.
Right.
Stand in it. Mm-hmm. Don't come back now and start apologizing for your behavior.
Right. They do it, and then they're like, well, I'll just apologize it away, and then it'll be done, and then I can keep moving on. No, you can't do bullshit and then turn around and say, I'm sorry, and you ain't really sorry.
It don't work like that.
No, you can't do that. You can't do that. So I want to do in my rant and rave today. I am doing a rave on our new business, Pastrami On The Run. Like I said in the beginning, we had our kickoff, our pop-up last week. We are also doing it this week because it's Super Bowl weekend. So we said, okay, we'll do it this weekend too. We're going to rest next weekend. I can't. But I'm just so happy that me and my partner, my guy, my man, Udger, found something that we both really love and we both really enjoyed. We worked very well together this weekend. I thought I was going to get on his nerves. He thought I was going to get on mine. I thought he was going to get on my nerves, but we actually really worked well together. He delivered all of the stuff on time, and you know, when people wanted it, the food was fresh and good, and we got so many raving reviews. Raving reviews of the food, and you know, people loved it, and I really do appreciate that. It is called Pastrami On The Run, and people have asked, where's the pastrami sandwiches? So I just want to say, that Pastrami On The Run is not about a pastrami sandwich. It's not about a pastrami burger. It may be. I'm not saying that we don't, but it's all about, we infuse pastrami in regular dishes. For example, we took the enchilada and we infused the pastrami meat in the enchilada. It tastes really good. It has a little bit of pickle on it on the top. You don't have to have it on there. It has green onions on the top, but it tastes like if you ate a pastrami sandwich, you get that kind of that taste still in that enchilada, and it tastes so good. We got so many people like, we love the enchilada. It was so good. It's so good. And then pastrami taco. I took the taquitos off the menu because they didn't even make sense. We have pastrami nachos. We didn't do those, but we have different dishes where the pastrami is infused. We have a lot of pastrami places out here. Well, we have 3 that's really good, and we're not in competition with making a pastrami sandwich. We will, once we get it up and running and we have a larger menu, we will do a take on the pastrami sandwich. We will do a take on the pastrami burger, but it's going to be something that we create, and it's not just meat, pastrami, and here's your burger, or meat and here's your pastrami sandwich. We're going to figure that out. We had a limited menu because we are at home, but everybody loved it. We also created this week pastrami mac and cheese and a spiced pastrami spiced chicken wings. Now I know that sounds weird, and no, I do not smoke weed, so I wasn't having the munchies and coming up with these creations.
Now I would like to try those chicken wings.
Okay, you need to try the chicken wings. I got you. Because
put my order down there. Okay. What is the order? Okay, now tell me this. What do I get with the chicken wings? What's the chicken wings? How many chicken wings do I get?
If you do the chicken wings, you can do With the mac and cheese, you get 4 chicken wings with the mac and cheese. Or you can buy the chicken wings by itself. You can get 6 or 10.
Okay, let me do the mac and cheese and the chicken wings.
Got you. Look, I'm right. See, we got an order already. Look at that. Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad you guys did them chicken wings because I definitely didn't want a pastrami.
No, I said Mary don't eat pastrami. No, we got that. We got you. Look, I'm writing orders now. I'm writing orders on the air, y'all. I'm writing orders on the air.
And I can just come and pick mine up.
Yes, you can. Okay, and she's a pickup. Would you like to pick it up on Saturday or Sunday, a customer? Saturday or Sunday?
I don't want to come Sunday. I can't come Saturday?
Yeah, Saturday or Sunday.
Oh.
You said Saturday?
No, Saturday.
Okay, got you.
Yeah,
all right.
I'm going to be on that road on Sunday.
Okay. I'll send you your total after we're off air.
Okay.
No, thank you so much. But we really appreciate everybody. I got all of the messages that people send us via our social media and text messages and everything. And we are so happy. We are working on just figuring out. We wanted to do a food truck. That was our original idea. We want to do a food truck. But food trucks are very limited. I'm not even going to say that we're not going to do it. There's just options right now, especially we're still in COVID. So if we get a restaurant, we can't really eat in there. I don't even want customers to be inside eating, especially like right now anyway. So there's a lot of ideas going up in the air on our business, but I am happy. He is happy, and we appreciate all the support that we received, and we're pushing forward. It's a lot of stuff, but when you do something, when you do work and it makes you happy, like you said, when you do something that you love, it's not work. It was just like, I love working with him and creating these dishes out of nowhere. Like, people are like, what? Well, I ain't never tasted pastrami taco. That's so
What you guys over there doing?
What you doing? You just concocting stuff and doing, yes. And we do. Like, he's the doctor of doctoring up stuff. Like, he will doctor up something out of nothing. And I be like, dang, babe, what is that? Like, what you do? He's like, I don't even know. Okay, right. You got to remember what you put in there. He's like, I did put a little of that and a little of this. And then I did that and I mixed it up and then I put it in there and then voila, here you go. I mean, he makes the best shrimp.
Oh my God, I can vouch for that. He sure does. I mean, different flavors. Flavor.
Oh, a pastrami spice shrimp.
Oh my goodness.
Don't let me say it's pastrami spice shrimp. Oh my God. Okay.
Don't say that.
Okay, that's going to be on the menu. We're going to have to try it. I hope he hears me in there. He's going to be like, oh girl. But we happy, and we are getting this thing off the ground. And let me just say, my guy is a gung-ho. If anybody know him, he's like, let's do it now. This. Let's do it. But it takes time. And I really appreciate his energy because I feed off of his energy. So when he wants something done, I'm going to try to figure it out. I'm going to figure out what we need to do so that we can get it done and it makes him happy, you know. And it makes me happy just to say, okay, that's done and our business is moving. When I can see it moving, then that's great. Not just sitting still. So I just wanted to rave on Pastrami On The Run. We working on our website and all of that other good stuff. So soon you will be able to see pictures of our food and be able to order and all that other stuff. So that's my rave for this episode. Reality shows, like I said last week, all of them are just making me shake my head and looking at grown women act like they are still in, not even high school. Like, the topics are very juvenile, junior high school topics. Like, I'm like,
are you serious?
What are you guys talking about? I'm going to say about this one thing. And then you tell me if this is juvenile.
On which show?
This one is Real Housewives of Atlanta. So they went to somewhere. They did they always do a trip. So the girls went on a trip. Kenya is the one that arranged the trip. And Kenya has her little daughter. And so Kenya has a friend of the show. Her name is Latoya. Don't like her. She's very childish. She's very stupid. I don't care. She's dumb. I don't even know why she's on the show. She's very childish. Like, she talks about this girl's weave that is on the show. She's a new girl, Drew Zadora. She's a new. She said her weave looked like a pet. She went and brought a weave, like a wig, and told the girl that she was gonna gift her the wig, and she gonna help her put up. Like, she just very juvenile. I'm like, stop, please. Why are you on the show? I don't like you. So anyway, Kenya and her are friends. So they told all of them that they were going to be on a Sprinter and they're going to drive to the place. And Kenya had got a private jet because she was taking her daughter out there as well. Because Kenya does not have any family. She can't give the child to her estranged husband because he lives in New York. So if she goes on a trip, she has to take her daughter. She doesn't have anybody in Atlanta. It's just her. And then she have nannies and all that. So she took the flight. They got mad. Why were you on the Sprinter? Why did she take a flight? Oh, she took her kid. Why she didn't tell us that she took her kid? Because I would have brought my kid. Wouldn't you want to bring your kid if she brought... I mean, I'm like, what are y'all talking about? You going on a girls trip. Why would you want to bring your kids? First of all, she has to bring her kid. She brought a nanny and everything, and she's in another place. She's in another house. She's not there with y'all running around or nothing. Why are y'all hating on this girl? And I don't really like Kenya got her ways too, but this situation right here, y'all in the Sprinter on your way there, you making it there safely. Shut up. Well, what do you care? I mean, this is the whole ride to wherever they going. Them talking about her having a flight and bringing her kid. Y'all don't have nothing else to talk about? You don't have nothing else to talk about? I can't. And Real Housewives of Dallas is back. And they have this Asian girl on there. And I'm tired of her. She's a doctor. And... you know, it's just all about, I don't know. I don't like her storyline. She's just like, oh, well, I'm a doctor and, you know, I can't party because I have to get up in the morning. This is how she sounds. I have to get up in the morning and I have to save lives, so I can't be here and I can't
She said she has to save lives?
Yes. I'm like, girl. What is your storyline? I just can't. I really can't. And then they have Carrie and I can't think of Deandra going back and forth with each other over some juvenile dumb stuff. So I'm like, I'll watch it because I'm vested. I'm already been watching all the episodes, but every single one. What's the other one? Salt Lake City. The lady Jen. She's still acting total ass. Very juvenile. So I said more than I wanted to say because I'm like, y'all making me mad. So reality shows are in the gutter right now. Gutter.
Really? You know, I wanted to tell you, I forgot. They had this show on called Bella's something Bella, and it was on what's her name? Oprah Winfrey's channel on. And I was going to tell you about it. Where does it take place at?
You said Bella?
Something Bella.
Not Total Bella. It's not the one with the twin wrestlers. No, they wouldn't be on.
It is Total Bella, isn't it?
Total Bella.
It's on. It's on.
Total Bellas is I used to watch that one. They're both wrestlers.
That ain't hit them. Okay. These are not wrestlers.
Are they black?
They're on Oprah's channel on.
Yeah.
And there's 4 girls.
Oh no.
And they're from Mississippi. It takes place in Mississippi.
What's it called?
And all of them, and the 4 ladies are millionaires.
What's it called?
Something Bella. It has Bella in it. Or Belle.
I don't see that.
Look on the Oprah channel.
Oh, let me look on. But what is it about? What is it about?
It's about these 4. It's just like one of those shows that you watch. And there are one's a DJ, one's a dentist.
Oh, here it is.
Okay. The one's a psychiatrist, and when she has her own business and she opening up another one. And the other one, she's getting out there and she wants to do something with this street out there or something. She wants to bring it back to its original glory. And I saw it, and I was like, oh, I wonder if Margot knows about this show.
I don't.
It was pretty good. I watched it one time. It was pretty good. I was like, oh, okay.
I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna check it out. It's called Bell Collective.
Bell Collective. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, those are all black women, and they both they're self-made.
Okay.
Like I said, one's a dentist, one's a psychiatrist, and she owns her own business. Both of them do. Mm-hmm. And the dentist was married to a white guy, and they got divorced because they didn't agree upon children. Mm-hmm. And the other lady that is the psychiatrist, she has a son who's college age, and he has 3 baby mamas already.
Oh, wow.
And she has a husband who is very unfaithful.
Juicy.
It was kind of interesting, but I'm just like, okay.
Okay. I will have to check that out. I will check that out. Yeah, because I need to find some new ones because I'll drop, like, once I'm done, like, what's her name? Tamar, not Tamar and Vince, but the whole Braxton, I was over that. I can't.
Do they still come on?
They did a season, like, last year, yeah.
Okay, now, I saw, too, yesterday that the Basketball Wives are coming back.
The Basketball Wives are coming back, so I'm going to watch that for sure.
I thought they were definitely done.
Yeah, I'm going to watch that one. I will watch that one. Tammy is not on there no more. Well, I don't know, because I haven't looked at the new one. But I know she had left the last season. She was there, but she wasn't there. So I guess she's probably under contract, so she had to be there, like she'll be seen, but she wouldn't be around the ladies. Like they'll show her separately doing something with her husband and her daughter or whatever, but she wasn't really. And I'm glad because I like Tammy. I've watched Tammy since the Real World back in the day.
Oh, I remember the Real World. My daughter was crazy about Real World.
I love the Real World, and I remember her from back in the day. And I didn't like the way they treated her when she first came in because she didn't have, what they had, the money, right. And she looked like regular girl. And they tried to bash her and be like, oh, look at her hair, look at her shoes, look how she walked, look at her clothes. Like they just really went in on her. And then she, got a little money and everything, and she brought herself up, and she remembered that. Like she remembered them treating her that way. So I'm glad she's not on there no more. She doing her own thing. She's
doing her own thing. She has a husband now.
Yeah.
So she's fine. I mean, she did what she was supposed to do.
Yeah, that's what
you
do. Get the publicity, and get out.
And she went on to bigger and better things for herself too. You know what I mean? I don't know what the rest of them are doing.
Nothing.
They're not doing nothing.
No, they ain't doing nothing.
Yeah, and I just wanted to tell you about that other show because, I mean, I watched one episode, but you know me, I can't get into that kind of stuff. I'm just like, oh no. But I just wanted your take on it.
Okay, I'm gonna check it out. I'm a reality show nista. Like I watch anything pretty much until it be like, I'm good.
They're gonna have a Aretha Franklin show coming out.
Oh, is it the one Jennifer Hudson played the movie, right? It's not with Jennifer Hudson. Is it with Jennifer Hudson?
I know it's gonna be on Hulu.
I
don't know who it's gonna be. No, let me see. There was another one. No. Now that one's not going to be on Hulu. The one that's going to be on Hulu is the one that has to do with Billie Holiday.
Oh.
They're going to have a movie on Billie Holiday. That's going to be on Hulu. And they also are going to have a movie about Aretha Franklin. Now that sucker look good.
Okay.
That really looked good. Now, I don't know what channel that's going to be on, but whatever channel I was watching, it had the previews. And I'm like, ooh, that's going to be good. That's going to be real good.
Okay.
The episodes, I mean, just the, I don't know if it's going to be a two-parter. I don't know what made me think it's going to be a two-parter. But it looked like it could be a two-parter because it seemed like it was very long and drawn out. When it was like showing it. Mm-hmm. But it should be really interesting.
Okay. When is that supposed to
come
out?
I just hope you catch that.
When is it supposed to come out?
I hope it's like Zoom bias.
Right. Is it this month or next month?
I think it was going to be this month. It was the Billie Holiday story. I know. I saw the previews of that in Aretha Franklin's.
Okay. Gonna have to check that out. Check it out.
Yeah. There was a lot of fights in that Aretha Franklin one.
Ooh, I bet.
And she was throwing some stuff at somebody. And It looked really exciting.
Isn't it really exciting? Oh my God.
Because, I really don't know a lot about her story.
Right.
I heard some things about her, I know her mother and father were divorced she was a very, very little girl. Her mother ran off with another man and left all the kids there with her father, who was the pastor. I knew that. And I knew Aretha had a baby at the age of 13.
How many kids she have?
I want to say 4.
Oh, okay.
4 or 5. And I think she has 4, and I think she has a son with special needs.
Okay. Oh, wow. Yeah. Well, we'll look out for that one, y'all.
Yeah, just keep that in mind. We don't want to miss that one.
Yep. So we want to round off the show with our bullshit and beauty. And Mary actually had a really great take on this. So the bullshit is, why do we have a Black History Month? Like the color Black History Month. Shouldn't it be African American History Month? Like, why do we say black? There's not a white history. There's not a, what did we say about the different?
A brown
history. They have Hispanic History Month, not Black History. Like, what is that about? Now, I am one. I don't like to be referred to as African American. I don't know why. I mean, I just don't like. Not I'm gonna say I don't like it. I mean, I know who I am, but I say I'm black. I just say I'm black. Period. I'm black. Not that African American or I'm an African. But when you talk, for me, I think when you talk about us as a people, like African American history, African American people, I like to hear it that way. But not the color black, like Black History Month. Like, where do we get that from? And why? We don't have White History Month or White History period. It's
I mean, we don't use it in those terms.
Right.
We don't use colors in any other terms.
Right.
Like that, the way they use the word black.
But who created it? So who created, who gave us, or who allowed us, like, because it's always been Black History Month. You know what I'm saying? When we was in school, it would be Black History. Like, so who created, I wonder, Black History Month, or the term Black History Month? Was that said?
I used to know that, but I can't think about it right now. I used to know when that started for us and how it came about, but I can't remember.
I think we just need to change it. I think that the world just needs to change it.
Yeah, but just like everything else, we'll end up not agreeing on it. We won't agree upon it. Just like for instance, you don't like the word African American used in certain instances. You know what I mean? And then some people don't like the term black. And then it'd be a whole gamut of no, oh well, just leave it.
Just leave it the way it is. Yeah.
Just like with them trying to figure out they want to put Harriet Tubman on the $20 or $50 bill.
Whatever happened to that?
Argue back and forth about that.
It never happened. It did not happen.
They put that on the back burner.
Right. Look, see, Rasta don't like it either. He don't like that Harriet ain't on the
I don't think it's necessary. I don't think we have to be on the currency. I just don't think it's necessary. I'm kind of glad they squashed it, if in fact they squashed it.
Right.
But it hasn't been talked about in a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. It has been a while, but whatever.
I don't think it's necessary. They don't have to. It doesn't bother me.
Not at all.
One way or the other.
But the beauty of it all, y'all, is that we know who we are, and we will be happy when y'all catch up.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm just thankful that we have a month where we can be recognized.
Yeah.
But the situation is that we recognize each other, but we need to keep doing things, inventing things, creating things, because as everyone knows, everything we do makes a difference in this world, because people always try to emulate us in one fashion or one way or another. You know what I mean? They always want to take some things that we have created or some things that we have done to make it their own, or to just use it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And what's funny, that's funny that you said that. I'm sorry. It's funny that you said that, because I was reading on the Shade Room how Khloe Kardashian, which I like Khloe, but she got dragged. And because she used an emoji that was brown, like she was a black girl, and they went in saying, no, that is not your emoji. You are not black. You're not brown. You are a white girl. Quit using the brown emoji to put on your Twitter page. I'm like, oh, wow. So they created the black emoji for us black people. And she using it for whatever she used it for. I don't even know what the tweet was, but they dragged her. But, you know, when you say that they take the stuff and they twist it just like the braids. These are the Kim Kardashian braids. No, those are Dookie braids. We've been doing those for years. Like, it's not Kim Kardashian braids. I'm sorry.
And you know the sad part about it is we have to correct them. They can't even correct them.
Right. Exactly.
If they're using your name and you know it's not appropriate and you know that's not something that you created, you got it off of somebody else, why don't you correct it?
Yep.
You know, give us that respect and you correct it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Like, oh no, I didn't start this. This is, you know, been.
Oh no, I got this from my girlfriend, or you know, my sister. She has those twin friends, the black girls or whatever. And I see it in their hair, so I just wanted to say my hair could do the same thing.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yep. They let them run with it.
They don't want to correct it.
It's the Kim Kardashian braids. The
box
braids.
They want that. They want that, and it's really funny because I think those women have problems. I don't know what it is about our culture that they are so driven behind. I mean, you love who you love. Yeah. You know what I mean? But it's just really weird. It just appears to me that they want to be black so bad. I wonder what's the hang up on that.
Right.
Be
yourself. Exactly.
You know, and all the altering that they're doing to their bodies and everything, does it really mean that much to you?
Right. It's horrible. Like I said, I like Khloe. Like, I really like Khloe as a person. Like, I like some things about her. Okay, but then that butt, I cannot do that butt. I want her to go get whatever she got put in there out. It just makes her look so deformed. It just is not nice. You have the front of her, because she lost all of this weight. She looks really good. Really, really good. And
but her face doesn't even look the same.
It's good. It's different. She's a whole totally different person. If you put side to side, that's two different people. So she had stuff pulled and tucked and nipped and inflated. And that butt, she got little bitty chicken legs. And she got this big old balloon. Same thing with Kim. Yep. Little bitty chicken legs, and you got this big balloon of a butt in the back. And it doesn't
even look real.
It don't look real. It looks horrible. When I see them from the back, I'm like, turn back around. Please. Because that big bubble, it ain't even a booty. That's a bubble in the back of your behind is horrible. But you want to have a big ass. You don't need all of that.
It was so funny the other day. I think it was this weekend. I saw a girl who had one of those big bubble butts, and you're absolutely right. She had the smallest legs with this big old butt sitting on those legs, and I'm just like, and she had this real small cinched waist.
Yeah.
And I'm like, really?
How do you
I'm
ever
like,
think
that doesn't even look
cute?
real. Oh my God. Why would you do that to yourself? You look like some cartoon character.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Not
It's just like, why
cute.
would you do that to yourself?
It
It's
does
just
not.
like, come on.
Yeah, it does not look cute any kind of way. Every time I see them, I'm like, oh, like I like you, but when you turn around, I'm like, why? Get that off. Like what is it? Get it smaller. Like get it to like the other sister, Courtney. I don't think Courtney has one.
I don't think she does. She never has all that stuff going on her, and she looks so beautiful.
She's beautiful. She's so beautiful.
And she has how many kids? 3?
Yeah. And she's
she has
not
3 kids.
altered.
That little lady looks, and she's the oldest one. She looks beautiful.
Mm-hmm. She looks beautiful. Like I like her too. Even though she began working my nerves too, but looking at her, she looks beautiful. She's not altered. She's not pulled. She's not tucked. She didn't get the inflation in the butt. She didn't get all of that. Even the mama don't get the mama look good. Like the mom looks good.
No, the mama got some work done in her face.
Oh yeah,
too.
she got some work done, but she looks good. She looks good. It's not drastic. The other two, they are drastic. So, you know what? We just continue to know who we are as a people. Black, African American, whatever you want to be called, yes. And love each other and take care of each other, support each other. Just like Mary said, men step up behind your women who are over here trying to fight the power that be.
That's the truth.
Yeah.
That's it. You got it. That's it.
Help.
We're trying to fight this stuff. We need you guys.
We need you. We need that support. We need y'all to hold us up. Especially amongst these people that's just still in the Trump era, still want to yap them lips.
Yeah, I mean, they just need to back us up and let us know that we got somebody supporting us as well.
Yeah, for sure. So, thank you guys. We really appreciate all of you for tuning in. This is the end of episode 82. Thank you for listening, supporting us, and we'll see you guys, or you'll hear us. Next week. You'll hear us next week. All right, y'all. Goodbye.
Adios. Good night. Be safe.
Toodaloo.